if you jump down to that bottom pillar, it's a survivable fall, but you would have to... Okay. Did I really just... I really did. Okay. I really did this. I'm really him. Popped a whole garbanzo bean. Fuck you mean? This shit ain't nothing to me, man. Dilly dilly. I don't know what that means, but true. Alright. Let's clean the lens a little bit. I need to be able to see... Now, I watched Attack of the Clones recently. Oh.
Readings are detecting an increase of MOTORSLICE activities. I should start using the swap technique.
The swap technique?
I was saving only if necessary for long periods of slicing. My arm hurts every time.
Release the button to change the motor slice direction and rotate P's body in the direction she needs to slice, facing while it's vertical, sideways, or horizontal. Oh no, this is awkward. Okay. But yeah, I was watching Attack of the Clones recently. And like... It's an interesting movie. I feel like I've talked about this before, but it's fine. Please grab the wall. Okay. Because I'm focusing on talking about Star Wars. I haven't seen Star Wars in like forever is the thing, so... Okay. Let's not do that. Okay. Dang it. But yeah, it's an interesting movie, I think, and a big part of that is because let's try to struggle a little bit less with the controls this time. Girl, I need you to turn upwards. Okay. There we go. And I immediately... Okay. But yeah, it's a really interesting movie. Because... in general, Star Wars is a very, like... It has a lot to say about politics. I'm not gonna get too deep into this because, you know, I don't want to become a... I don't want to become a political streamer, but... The most interesting thing about Attack of the Clones is that, like, it does tell a, you know, on paper, a really interesting story about a democracy falling, essentially. I think I might have... Did I misunderstand something about the MOTORSLICE controls? Am I like a fool? Because I'm trying my little heart out to turn, and I'm not doing that. Okay. MOTORSLICE up. I am letting go of the button, but she does not stop slicing until she's already hit the thing. Anyways. That's not what I wanted you to do, but I definitely fat fingered it. Okay, go up, and then so we go up, and then I let you can hear the button. Go. Do I hold the camera button? Or the camera, do I hold? I'm missing something here. That I can say for sure. Okay. Let go. Grinding. True. That's what I'm doing. Okay, that's done. But yeah, Attack of the Clones has a really interesting story. Go the other way, not up. That way. No. The other way. The other... No! Stop going up! Thank you! Okay. What I was saying. Attack of the Clones has a really interesting story and underlying themes. Do I think Mandarin is going to be any good? Mandarin like the orange? Maybe. I like Mandarin oranges. What was I even doing just now? And don't think Doctor Doom is gonna be better. I don't know. I'm not following Marvel anymore. There we go. Oh, I'm cooked. I am so cooked. Mandalorian. I don't know. I liked the first season of The Mandalorian because it told a unique story. Like, it had its own stuff going on. And then season 2, like, I'm mostly, you know, like a movie watching scrub. So, like, I don't really know a lot of the expanded universe stuff that goes on. So a lot of the stuff in season 2 of The Mandalorian, it really did feel like, you know, just, hey, remember this character? You guys know who Ahsoka is, right? And I'm like, well, I mean, I saw the Clone Wars a few times when I was a youngin'. So no, not really. Who is this? They have Boba Fett show up, and it's like, cool, it's Boba Fett. And then I just kind of just wasn't interested. It just didn't continue. You know, it wasn't terrible or anything, but I just didn't really... I liked it more when it was focused on telling its own story. But yeah, Attack of the Clones... I think the reason Attack of the Clones and even the Phantom Menace kind of weren't too well received, and I I don't think they're like masterpieces or anything, but they are fascinating movies, and a big part of why they fall apart under their own weight. It isn't so much the story as much as it is the actual dialogue writing. Like, everyone's doing their best with the material they got, but the dialogue can just be really awkward at times, and the pacing is a little all over the place, so like... I'm so happy I got that. But yeah, the pacing can be all over the place, and the dialogue is a little awkward at times, so like... You know, everyone says exactly what they're thinking, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but they say it in a sometimes strange way, like, you know, there's the famous overpass. Oh, that's sick. Alright. But yeah, there's like that famous exchange where Anakin announces that he doesn't like sand. And, you know, he's like... I didn't even notice that it turned into sliding, and then I died. Alright. Ow. But yeah, that, like... it is a very funny exchange because of how awkward it is. Which is also why it's been memed on to death. But why did I even attack there? What am I doing? Fight scenes that make it. Yeah, the action sequences are great. That said, I think I remember what I was gonna say. The big issue with the pacing is that the underlying political story that they tell about, you know, Palpatine's kind of maneuvering to take over power doesn't get enough screen time. And I know part of that is because people were like, we hate Jar Jar! Fuck Jar Jar! Kill him! But like, you know, Jar Jar is key to that happening because without Padme being present, he's got someone who he can manipulate, or maybe Jar Jar is actually a Sith, who knows, but, you know, it's a political story that I think could have been interesting if it got more focus, but it's just kind of left to play out in the background, and it's unfortunate because I think it would have actually improved the story. There's so much fighting, and the action sequences are great and the effects are great, but a lot of it doesn't really advance the, not to say all of it, but a lot of it doesn't really advance the characters' you know, personal narratives and their relationships. It's just like, here's a cool fight scene. And I'm just like, thank you, George. I appreciate the fight scene. But like, are we gonna do anything else here? Alright. Oh. I was like, I probably needed that thingamajig. I didn't. Isn't that magical? Alright. Let's climb this. Orb drone obtained. Now, let's try not to die. Try not to die challenge. Hey, what is up, guys? It's me, Mr. Beast. And today we're gonna